And hello from Atlanta. This is 10 TV's Dom Tiberi. We are streaming live on 10 TV Plus, and we're simulcasting on 97.1 The Fan, and we are at Media Day here in Atlanta. The Buckeye football team will be coming in shortly. We are actually in the area also where the Fan Fest is going. We're right next to it. And so fans, as you can see, have lined up. And for you on radio, I will tell you that the fans have lined up behind us. We have a lot of Buckeye Nation fans here. Let's talk to a couple of them. You're for Ohio State?
No, we're just a fan. So
we're just a fan. Well, I know this man's an Ohio State fan. What do you think?
I'm excited. We're looking for a national championship. Let's bring it home.
Tell everyone your name. Where are you from?
My name's Aaron. I'm from here in Atlanta, Georgia, but my family's from up in Ohio.
So you think the Buckeyes got this in the bag?
I think the Buckeyes got it. It's ours for the taking.
All right, beautiful. There you see. The tickets to get into this game is going to be crazy. Let me show you why they're going to do this. They've got podiums up in the front, and you can see they'll have like about 8 players and Ryan Day up there. They'll be talking to the media. And then in the middle, they have these bleachers. And at the bleachers, they will have all the different units. So they'll have offense, they'll have defense. And we are expecting, actually, we thought the Buckeyes would be here by now. Let's see if we can talk to a couple more fans. We have more Buckeye fans here. Yes, sir. Where are you from? And tell everyone your name.
My name's Chad. I'm actually from Atlanta, Georgia.
We got a lot of Buckeye fans down here, huh?
Yeah, and both my parents met at Ohio State, got married at Ohio State, so kind of in the family.
So what do you think? How excited are you to have this game here in Atlanta?
I mean, the weather could be better. We want to host the game well, but excited for the game, and Ohio State's going to win by about 100.
This is a pretty cool event. It's going to be Media Day, and the fans have been let in. You're going to be able to watch it.
It's a cool experience to get to see, what the media gets to see, and we don't have a lot of access at times, but it's a really cool experience.
All right. How about you, sir? Where are you from? And obviously a Buckeye fan.
I'm from Dayton, from Columbus originally, though. So, yeah, that's where I'm from.
All right, we're hearing the music. I think the Buckeyes are coming in. We'll come over here. Come on down this way. And the Buckeyes are coming in. And there you see them. They have on their white pullovers. And so what they're doing, folks, is they're all coming in. Those that are assigned to a podium will go. There's JT Tuimoloau. We're going to try to get to him. Hey, how you doing, buddy? You got to say, hey, we are live on 97.1 The Fan and 10 TV Plus back to Columbus. Is it getting a little more real now? And boy, you look sharp.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I think we're just understanding just how blessed we are to be here. I feel like the Lord got us here for a reason, and we got to do everything, but we got to take it in. It's a national championship. It's a great day to be here. Another day with our brothers spending some time, and we're here to handle some business.
As you look at this matchup, how hard have you guys worked? Do you feel like all the work is in the house and you're ready to play this game?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Day just talked about us just reflecting on the journey and what's to get here, reflecting the things we've been through, and just understanding that, man, we deserve to be here, and just continue to just take captive of every situation, every moment.
How about the fact that we've got all the fans here today? You got Buckeye Nation over there.
We don't have the nickname Best Damn Fans in the Land for no reason. So I mean, they're letting that statement be known, and I'm blessed to have them on our side.
Now you gave everyone a good scare in the Cotton Bowl. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good to go.
All good. That's good. What's the feeling amongst the defense? I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I've been watching you guys. It looks like you're having so much fun out there. And it seems like everybody wants to be the next guy. Everybody wants to be the next guy to make that play.
I mean, one of our things in our one of our sayings in our culture is competitive excellence. Just being ready when your number's called, and just playing as hard as you can for one another. Trey started this slogan during the offseason saying for the love of your brother, for the love of the Lord. And I think we just go out there with that mindset, just play as hard as we can.
What about this Notre Dame offense. They like to run. They're going to try to slow it down. You know, how do you combat that? And any concerns with what they like to do?
Man, they're a great team. You know, every time we played them, it's always been a tough, rugged matchup. You know, hard-nosed football. They got great, tough guys on their side, and it's going to be a fun one. I think this is, you know, we're both teams that deserve to be in the national championship. They've done a lot of things. They've been through a lot of things, and you know, I'm excited to play this game.
If you're just joining, 97.1 The Fan, we're simulcasting, and JT Tuimoloau, we're also on 10 TV Plus. What was the flight like down here? What was it like now that you guys are here, the brotherhood? I mean, everyone kept talking about we just want one more week. This is it.
Yeah, I mean, on the flight, we're all asleep. So once we got off the flight, then that's when the brotherhood really started. But, you know, it was a great flight, quick flight down here. So we had more time to just chill, get off our feet, and be with one another. And, man, you know, just to have one more game with them, it's an honor. And, you know, I'll do anything for my boys. And you know, I don't take the saying they're my brothers lightly. You know, I mean it. And, you know, they got my back, and I got their back.
What would it mean to you, a guy that came back to win the national title?
I mean, it'll mean everything. It'll be such a blessing, you know, but just being here is also a blessing. Just sharing this moment with my mom. She came to me and she said, you know, to have a son in the national championship, you know, that means a lot to her. And for me, I started reminiscing of when I was young and just wishing I was here. And, you know, we're here, but now we just got to make sure we make the most of this moment.
Well, do me a favor. Hey, by the way, I was going to come back maybe later. We're going to be doing this an hour. Would you ever want to play reporter? If I give you the mic, would you do some interviews for me?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. You know, I'm ready.
You know, we can have you do it. Now, you got to keep it clean. You'll do it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I'll keep it clean.
Yeah, you want to do it now? You want to do a little bit now? Or y'all come back and get you in a little bit?
Back. Let me get my thoughts together. And then
and then we'll have you do it. Do me a favor. Look at that camera, sir, and your message for Buckeye Nation.
Man, we're here. We need all your support. We can give y'all a great game, and it's going to be a great one. Go Bucks.
All right, there you go. The great JT Tuimoloau. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. And once again, if you're joining us, this is 10 TV's Dom Tiberi. We are simulcasting on 10 TV Plus and on 97.1 The Fan. For you folks on radio, what they have is they have bleachers, and we've got the offensive line guys here. We'll see. Let's see. Walk around a little bit and see what we can get into here. We'll come down this way. We got the wide receivers. Oh, and here is Adam King. Hey, say hi. We're live. Adam King, you see him on 10 TV, and we're on 97.1 The Fan, and this is the receiver corps.
This is the receiver corps and the tight ends. Everybody hanging out here, just kind of relaxing. And they've got puppies over here. Dom, have you showed the puppies?
No, I haven't seen the puppies.
Come over here. They've got players with puppies in the corner.
Players with puppies. What is that about? We have players with puppies. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but they have puppies here and a couple players down there with the puppies. There you go. And two cute little puppies and a couple players there. And that is cute. Very cute. All right, let's walk over this way and see what we've got. As you can see now, they have all the players up here. Ryan Day has not come up yet. He'll be coming up right there. Here, we'll get, come on over here, Josh Fryar. We are live back to Columbus. We're simulcasting on 97.1 The Fan and on 10 TV. And say hello to everyone back in Columbus.
What's up? I know it's pretty cold out there. It's nice. It's like I think it's like 60 right now here in Atlanta. So hope you guys are doing good.
What is the feeling now? How much real does it seem now? I mean, Monday you're going to be taking on Notre Dame, and someone's leaving Atlanta with a national title.
It's everything we wished for and hoped for. You know, this season's had up and downs, but I think we're ready for the task at hand.
In your mind, what changed for you guys a month ago to where we're at right now?
I want to say we just we had a lot of adversity, and I think we stared it in the face and just said we're going to do it. And I don't know, really. I think it was more of just us coming together as a unit and as a brotherhood, all of us, and saying we're going to do this thing.
How about the offensive line, the line? You guys have had dealt with some injuries, dealt with some adversity, and yet now you found a way to get it together, and it's been pretty good. How much fun has it been?
Yeah, it's super fun. I just want you guys, I want to pan all these guys. Right here, Austin, you got Zen, you got George, Dilla, Gabe, Ian, Jules, Devo, you got two in the back, you got Donnie, you got Toby, you got Mike. I just want to appreciate all these guys. These guys do all the work. And you got, don't forget about them. You got Seth.
This guy does a lot of work.
You got Seth. I love these guys, and I'll do anything for them.
Well, while we got you, can we talk to you, Seth? And no, you're good. Yeah, we're live. We're live in Columbus.
Wow, what's up, Columbus?
On 10 TV, and we're live on 97.1 The Fan. We're simulcasting. First of all, say hello to Buckeye Nation out there.
What's up, Buckeye Nation?
How are you doing? I mean, man, we hate to see you in that boot. Are you recovering good?
Yeah, it's been going really good. It's been a smooth process, so on the road to recovery.
You know, Coach talked about the fact that you've been around these guys and you've become like kind of a coach now helping them. What do you think? Handicap it for us. A huge game on Monday. Are these guys ready for it?
Oh, of course. I think Coach Fryar does a great job of getting these guys prepared. They just got to go out and play hard and do what they're supposed to do.
Talk a little bit about, and I've often said, let me just say this. You know, I played center. I needed to be put on a rack so they could stretch me so I'd be as tall as you. But I'm just going to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to hear, who is the smartest guy normally on the football team?
Probably the center. Carson's done a great job. He's a smart guy.
Yeah, the center, because you have to make all the line calls and everything, right?
Definitely, yeah.
You're the quarterback of the line.
Yes, sir.
And you also have to help the quarterback.
Sometimes, not Will. Will's on top of his stuff. Sometimes you got to help the quarterback, but not Will.
Yeah, give us an idea. I was just having fun. I was a center, but I'm not too smart. But anyways, what is Will Howard really like? Give us an idea about, you know, we see that the goodwill that's always smiling and everything, but from what we hear, he's got a fire that burns in his belly.
Yeah, he's a competitor. He wants to win, and it really rubs off on the rest of the team. When you see the intensity in his eyes when he comes into the huddle, you know that we can go down and score on any possession when he's like that. So it's been a ton of fun playing with Will, and it's been awesome to see the success he's had this postseason.
Obviously, this season, from your standpoint, did not end the way you had hoped. But what do you think changed from a month ago with this offense?
I mean, I came here to win a national championship, and we're still on the path. So whether I'm hurt or whether I'm not, that's all I want to do is just win this game. But the offensive line's really come together, and you know, I'm really proud of the guys that have stepped up. You know, Luke, Austin, Tegra, those guys have played a lot of really good football at this point, and Carson, he's done a great job moving back into center. So it's been a lot of fun seeing those guys, and they're older, they're more experienced now, and they've done a really good job.
How about Ryan Day? And to a man, everybody says we want to win this thing for Coach Day too. What does he mean to this team?
He deserves it. He's the heart and soul of this team. He brings a fire to this team, and we really buy into his message and what he has to say, and we all have a tremendous amount of love for that guy.
Handicap it for us on Monday. What are the keys for Ohio State?
Just got to play good, clean football, play our brand, and see where the chips fall.
No penalties.
No penalties, no turnovers, no sacks. That's how we win.
All right, my friend. Well, do me a favor, look at the camera, shout out to 97.1 your message for Buckeye Nation.
Hopefully we make you proud this week. We're going to do our best to go out there and put a good, clean game of football out there, and we'll see what happens.
By the way, how's the rehab? When will you be back to, when you get the boot off and can start training again?
Getting the boot off in a few weeks. Everything's gone smoothly, so I'll be good to go by next season.
Beautiful. Seth, thank you so much.
Yes,
All right, the one and only. Seth is right there. Come on, let's go over this way and see what we can get into. There he is. Hey, Coach. Hi. Just say hi to everyone. We're live back to Columbus.
Go Bucks.
On 97.12. There goes Coach. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Coach Day's going to the podium. You saw that and heard that. It is a relative zoo here. Let's go over this way. Come on. Here we go. We've got some defensive fellas over here. Hey, there's the one and only. We are live in Columbus.
Okay, yes, sir.
And we're simulcasting on 97.1 The Fan.
Okay.
And everybody knows this young man, Mr. Styles. How are you? And Sonny, what do you think?
I'm doing great, man. Excited to be down in Atlanta, down here trying to bring a championship back to Columbus.
Has it become a little more real? Because let's face it, this is pretty cool. You guys look sharp. What do you think? What do you think of the outfit they got?
No, they're pretty nice. CFP hooked us up. The all white, got the gold logo and stuff. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, let me describe for those at radio. How you do the describing? Because I won't do it justice.
It's like an all white sweatsuit, like a quarter zip up, gold Nike logo. Got the Ohio State logo, the 2025 CFP in black. The guys looking pretty sharp.
Man, you do look good. So what was the feeling when you came in? And, you guys have been saying all along, we just want one more. We just want one more week. And now the weeks will run out. You met the goal. At the end of this week, someone's leaving with a national title.
Yes, sir. I mean, we got to go get it done, man. Like you said, we've been one more week with this team together. And obviously this is the last week. This is it. And, we're blessed to be here. The beginning of the season, this is the ultimate goal where you want to be, winning and a chance to win a national championship. So, happy to go compete for it. Notre Dame's got a great team, so got to put our best foot forward to go get this win.
As you look at their offense, a lot of people predict, and you guys, I know you're not going to give the game plan away, but a lot of people predict they're going to try to slow it down. They're going to try to be methodical. Their quarterback is a runner. They got some great running backs, and that they're going to try to have long, sustained drives and keep Ohio State's offense. Is that the way you see what they want to do, probably?
Yeah, I mean, I think we turn the film. They're going to do what they do. They run the ball well. Got three great running backs. They got a quarterback that can run the ball well. They got a lot of different receivers that they use. I think the last game, the Great House kid just had an explosive game. So the receivers are more than capable. They got a great tight end in Mitch Evans. And, they're going to do what they do. They got a great O-line. I think the quarterback really leads the show around there, and him and Jeremiah Love, two great players. So, I mean, you got to stop them. But, you can't give the game plan away like you said, but it's going to be a good game. You got to stop the run, of course. I think the most physical team's going to win this game.
With that said, ever since that first Oregon game, this defense has really been pretty amazing. I mean, more than amazing. It's not been what you guys did against Oregon, 8 quarterback sacks, didn't get any in the first match. Where is the confidence level with you guys right now?
I mean, obviously, yeah, we have extreme confidence right now, but I think that comes from going against the best offense in the country every single day. I think they get us better every day. I think the coaches prepare us each week. I think the preparation has been great week in and week out, and I think it showed up on the field. And I think hopefully they'll show up this weekend as well.
We are visiting with Sonny Styles, and we're streaming live on 10 TV Plus, and we are simulcasting on 97.1 The Fan. This is pretty cool. I'm on 2 outlets, Sonny. Just the brotherhood. What is that like? And there's going to be some guys that aren't going to be back next year. I mean, is that part sinking in?
Yeah. That's why this teams can only be together for so long. And Coach Day says it every week. Every game we win, it's another week this team's together. And we made it to this moment. And I think we're just a band of brothers. I think a bunch of guys who love being around each other, love playing for each other. Happy for each other's success, not our own. And I think it really shows up on the field. You can see how close we are.
Yeah, and your real brother is on this team too, Lorenzo. Your dad played here. I covered him. Just what's that? The scarlet and gray running through your veins.
Man, it's amazing. It's a blessing to be here. You know, like you said, my dad played here, so you know, be able to be at his alma mater and make him proud, and to have my brother here with me. You know, we're playing on the highest stage in college football together as brothers. It's an amazing moment.
You thought about or allow yourself to dream what it would be like to win this thing?
I mean, of course, this is what you dream about since you're a kid. You know, growing up, you dream about this kind of things. You know, Coach Day said we have the opportunity to make our dreams come true, dreams and blessings come true. So, you know, just want to go take advantage of it.
How about the job Coach Knowles has done putting this defense together?
He's done an amazing job. I think he's a defensive mastermind. He puts guys in the right positions. I mean, like the Oregon game, you don't just see a team get that many TFLs by accident. I mean, I think we have great players, and I think he puts us in the right place and prepares us.
Last thing, a month ago, you know, it was rough. And now everybody loves the Buckeyes. But you're the same guys. Coach Day's the same guy. I'm a huge fan of Coach Day. Just this team really rallies around him, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. I think Coach Day makes us go. I think he instilled confidence in all of us. He's our fearless leader, like as you could say. But yeah, I mean, I think after that game, he brought us all together. You know, said we're gonna get up, we're gonna fight, and we're gonna go down swinging. And I think each week we came out swinging, giving it our all, and it's worked out so far.
Sonny, do me a favor, look at that camera, and they're hearing you on radio. Your message for Buckeye Nation.
Man, I think we're just gonna come out here. You're gonna see a physical team. Gonna play hard, play fast, swing as hard as we can, and try to bring national championship back to Columbus. Go Bucks.
Sonny Styles, thank you so much, my friend. There you go. Come on over here. We're gonna see what else we have that we can get into. I was looking for Brian Hartline. I saw him a minute ago. I don't know where he went. Oh, here, come on. We're going to talk with Coach Fry. Coach Fry, we are live. Coach Fry is in charge of the offensive line, and we are live back to Columbus on 10 TV Plus, and we're simulcasting on your favorite 97.1 The Fan. I know you love the Fan. Big fan of the Fan.
Fan of the Fan.
Coach, let me ask you, how ready are your guys to go? And there's no bigger test than Monday.
Yeah, still a slow, steep climb for Monday. We had a good week of prep, like we always have, you know, running through the playoffs. They buy into Bloody Tuesdays. They buy into situational Wednesdays as we practice. This week was another good one. And then I think for us as coaches, just making sure that we feed them so that they can play confident, fast, and physical. Meetings have been good, prep's been good. You know, knock on wood, everybody's, you know, coming out healthy through another week of practice, so excited for it.
You know, Coach, you had to deal with some adversity. Injuries are part of the game. You hate it. We just talked to Seth, and you know, you hate to lose a guy like that. But there was a little bit of a learning curve, wasn't there? I mean, you know, there's a reason this guy's a starter, but you know, you want to say next man up, but these guys seem to be clicking now.
Yeah, and I think what the benefit we had is we've had a lot of guys that were game ready outside of 5. Like you always, you know, on paper, yeah, you want your starting 5 and you want to roll. But if you have the ability to play 6, 7, 8, you know, we're up to 9/10 guys that have played meaningful minutes this year in real situations. So having a guy like Carson Hinsman who, all right, Carson, you're the next man up, but it's a guard. He played 12 games last year with the ball in the hand. And unfortunately what happened with Seth, and you come back with that. Hey, this week now you're sliding back over to where you've been. So it's really just a testament to the kids, Tom. I mean, them showing up and living that mantra of like you're one play away and the next man up. And then, you know, unfortunately / fortunately for us, it was the next man up, what we went through. So, you know, coaching wise, like, yeah, adversity, it's not on us, it's on the kids. And they've responded really well, dealing with what we've had to so far.
And you guys kind of had an idea. There's a little bit of a learning curve with this whole system, but I have said we're witnessing the professionalism of college football. It's more like the NFL now with the schedule and everything. I mean, you look at the teams you guys played. I mean, it's unheard of where you play Tennessee, you play Oregon, and you play Texas, and now you're going to play Notre Dame back to back to back. And, you know, Ryan said from the get-go, Coach Day, we got to have depth. We've got to have people that can, because it's going to be a long season. You guys have learned a lot along the way, but this has been kept pretty brutal, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a long way. I mean, you say we played Tennessee, it was a month ago. I mean, if you just think about that. So starting from the 20th, now finishing on the 20th. And then, yeah, you got to have depth, you got to have quality depth, and you've got to get everybody ready to play. And like I said, just circle back to the kids. That's what they've done. You know, they've taken that where game plan meetings, situational meetings, here's how we're attacking them, here's what we're doing, here's the technique, here's the call, whatever that may be. And yeah, you have to make sure that you, every week, you know, Ryan's done an unbelievable job as we started the season. Like, you want to grade out a champion, be the hardest playing team in the country. Those are 2 team goals as we started every game. So whether it's week 1 to now we're in week 16, 17. If you stay constant with that, same message, different messenger, then the kids bite into that and they get into a good battle rhythm. And so when you do have some hiccups or some injuries and things sliding in, it's not anew, it's just you're sliding that magnet up the depth chart there, and they've done a good job with that.
If you're just joining us here on 10 TV Plus and 97.1 The Fan, we're visiting with the offensive line coach Justin Fry. Coach, obviously the quarterback and the O-line, that's a special relationship. Give the fans an idea of what you know, we see him walking around, he's smile, cordial and everything, but this guy's a competitor and there's a fire that burns in him, isn't it?
And he's a leader with a capital L. You want to talk about like adverse situations. When we had the practice, you just go back to we had the practice and Seth went down. That was shockwaves through everybody. One of the greatest leadership moments that I've seen as a coach looking at players, he took over the practice and finished the practice with everyone's mind on what just happened, what are we going to do, let's figure this out. Stepping in the huddle, communicating to the guys, getting over and chirping and getting the defense pumped up in their situational specialization. He lives that every day. So you got a great kid who's smart, who's tough, who loves his teammates, and he's really good at football. That's the output you get with him. So what you see on TV, what you see in interviews, like that's not a facade, that's not any, like that's Will Howard. You cut him open and it's just, the DNA is just an unbelievable human with that competitive spirit. And then the kids feed off that almost through osmosis where they feel that and sense that. So when he steps in the huddle and says, fight, they lock in, they rebite. So if he needs to check something, change something, he has their ears, but he has their hearts too.
You know, the other thing, and I want to talk to you about the resilience and the leadership all around that this club has showed, from the standpoint that when you think about it, you've got, you know, a month ago was tough. You guys were about as low as you could be, and it would have been easy to throw in the chips, but there was none of that. And, you know, this club, the resilience, just talk about the injuries and everything, yet, you know, they keep taking hits and they keep coming back, and now someone's leaving Atlanta with a national title, and we're hoping it's Ohio State.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that speaks to the kids again. Like when you're hit with something significant like that, you have a decision to make. What was me? Drop your head and pout, or let's go work through it and fix it. Let's go find a way to make it right. And they've done that. And so once again, through their practice habits, through the communication, through open communication with me, saying, guys, this looks good on paper, we like this. How do you see it? Because we want to make sure you're going out and doing it. And like I said, Josh and Donovan and even Seth sitting around in the room still and coming around all the time, and Carson, who's played a lot of ball now, they see it through different lenses than the coaches may, so that when we get to game day and the foot hits the ball, they're confident when that play's called, when Will gives them that call, when we make that check, that they're going to go out and play really hard and really fast. And that's what they're doing the best, Dom. I mean, you want to talk about this last month run? They're playing really, really hard. And so if that's your starting point, your foundation, then a lot of good stuff's going to happen.
This has been a run. And, I mean, you're going to play your 16th game, most games ever played. And, you know, they're talking about extending this playoff and everything. Have you had fun with this? And how about your family? I mean, your family's always got your back, right?
Right. Yeah. Football is fun. When you get to walk in a room and shut the door and I have 18 of my guys in there, it's fun. When you get to go out in the 53 and a third, no one cares, right? And that can be you could take that one of two ways. I talk to our guys all the time about tone. Like, no one cares. The game of football doesn't care how your day went, how this went, how that went. That could be really rough and gruff. But if you flip that tone and say, it's a beautiful thing, the game of football doesn't care. When you step on that 53 and a third, when you walk in that room with your guys, doesn't care about socioeconomic status, what's going on outside the field. You can go play ball and love playing football with your guys, and that's what our guys do, and we love it. And I love it too because I just get to be a small part of that with my guys.
Coach Fry, we appreciate you. You know, I'm a big fan of yours. Do me a favor. Look at that camera, your message for Buckeye Nation and Buckeye Nation on the Fan.
Yeah. If you're in Atlanta, show up and be loud. And if you're not, go to your local bar, restaurant, or your party at the house and get loud on Monday. We're going to go get after this thing.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Dom.
Thank you so much. Coach Justin Fry. Let's see what else we can get into. I thought I saw Coach Larry Johnson for a minute. I don't know where he went. Let's see what we've got over here. Sorry about that. We're getting in people's shots. We're gonna go over here, and I'll tell you what. As soon as Caleb's Downs is done, we're going to talk to Caleb Downs. And as soon as these guys are done, we're going to grab him and give you another look of what we've got. We got a lot of fans here, and it has been it's been fun. It's been different. Usually you don't have fans at this event, but today they let the fans in. And we got Buckeye fans everywhere. There we are. How we doing? How we doing? So we'll see about getting Caleb Downs here. We think they're wrapping up. Here we go. Mr. Caleb Downs. Hey. I got to tell you, now we are live. Okay. Back to Columbus on 10 TV Plus and 97.1 The Fan. I know you like listening to The Fan. First of all, Caleb, welcome home. This is home for you, isn't it?
This is a great place to be. I guess I got to watch my language so we're live. So I'm really just blessed to be here.
So how far did you grow up from where we're at here?
I grew up probably 40 minutes from here in Gwinnett County, a little bit north of Atlanta.
As far as this game goes, is it a little more real now? We're here. And by the way, we love, what do you think?
I love this outfit, and I love whoever made it because it's very, very stylish.
Is it a little more real now that this is sunk in? This is it. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Monday, someone's leaving with a national title.
It's an honor to be here. At the end of the day, you got to play every game the same way, so I can't think about a national title or anything. Got to go play the game as hard as I can and do what I've done every game.
You know, people talk about you, the tackler. You've made it an art. I mean, you really work hard at tackling, don't you?
Yeah, every day me and Lathan work on tackling, and I pride myself on that, being that something that I can rely on skills-wise, and I will continually work on that as long as I play football.
How about Notre Dame? A lot of people, and I don't want you to give me the game plan, but a lot of people believe they're going to, you know, they like to run the football. We both know that. Their quarterback likes to run the football. But they feel what we're hearing is that the best shot they have to beat you guys is to have long drives. You can't allow that to happen, right?
No, I mean, we have to get stops like every game, and we have to find a way to get negative plays as always. So it's just, we got to do what we continually have done the whole season.
All right, I'm going to let you go. Go ahead. Thank you, Caleb, so much. Real quick, your shout out to Buckeye Nation.
Go Buckeye Nation.
There you go. There you go. Caleb Downs. All right, we're going to walk down this way. Let's see what else we've got. And, as we go by, here's Adam King again. We're live. We just talked to several guys.
You're not with your camera. He's over there.
Oh, there he is, over here. We're getting autographs. This is live, and all right, we're signing autographs. Fans are here enjoying all this. Some of the players signing autographs. Where is he? No, where is he? We're going to go over here. Come on over here. I see Larry Johnson. Coach Johnson, We are live. Larry Johnson coaches the defensive line. We are live into Columbus. We are on, here, I'll get you, there we go. Yeah, we are live on 10 TV Plus and your favorite radio station, 97.1 The Fan. We're simulcasting. How real is it now that here we are, media day, everybody looks good in their new outfits. It's go time, isn't it?
It is. It's go time. This makes it really real because now you know you're, what, 24 hours, 40 hours away from playing a game. And it's probably a special moment.
How about your D-line, the job that they've done, and really, what do you think changed since that first meeting with Oregon? Because this defense has been dominant since then.
I think a lot of things have changed. We haven't changed the structure of what we do. I think we play really great in the back end, and rush and coverage works together. That changed a little bit, but it's just a process. It's a growth. You know what I mean? And I think that we're starting to grow into the right moments. Hopefully we can finish on Monday night the right way.
Confidence level, where is that with this defense?
Pretty high. I mean, our kids realize what they've done to get to this moment. You know, you win 3 games, you haven't won anything yet. But this is the moment. This is the time. You know what I mean? And so Monday night is a combination of everything we've done for this one moment. And so I'm pretty excited to watch what happens.
You know, you've been doing this a while, Larry. How much fun are you having this year? Because this is uncharted waters. 16 games. You know, everybody said, Ryan said from the get-go, we're going to need depth. We're going to need, you know, this is going to be a long season. But you really didn't know what to expect because it's the first time. And then you look at the murderer's row you guys played. 7th-ranked Tennessee, top-ranked Oregon, 3rd-ranked Texas, now 5th-ranked Notre. I mean, that's unheard of, and yet you guys have done it.
Yeah, I think it's been a lot City Ryan Day. I think he's done a great job of keeping this thing moving forward, you know, first of all. And then our players has really understand exactly what's happening. And I think a lot with our leadership, with our players that came back for another year, is starting to move the yardstick even farther. And I think basketball are in a position right now. Like I said earlier, it's just now we're going to go finish it.
How about the character guys you have on this defense? And let's start first with your bookends, Jack Sawyer and JT Tuimoloau.
Special young men. They really are. You know, besides football player, they're special people. They understand it. They want to be great. And great players show up when it's time to show up. And right now they're playing the best football they play in their career. And that's where it's supposed to be when you go through the process.
You're an old school guy like me. And, you know, the old saying is that in these big games, the great players make great plays, and it's when legends are made.
That's right.
Jack Sawyer's, you taught him how to do that, right? That strip and take it back for the I mean, that was pretty. What were you thinking when you saw that?
I call it a coaching moment, right? It's like it's a coaching clinic moment when you have a guy do exactly how you tell him to do it. And I think people didn't realize not only the sack fumble, but the fact that 4 yards away from you saw him change speed. We call that burst. And so he put it all together for a great play and a great moment for us.
The leadership, those two guys, they could have gone and they came back, and, you know, they could have thrown in the chips when the adversity hit. You know, a month ago it was a lot of sad people.
Yeah, I think because they love each other. You know, you talk Jack, JT, Ty, and Ty Lee, the guys that came back. Those guys were really close. And I think they came back for a reason, but they never wavered. I mean, I'm sure it was a tough last month, but they never wavered. They realized that they still had something bigger to chase. And we're here now because of those guys.
Caleb Downs, I just talked to him. Is there a better tackler on this football team? This guy doesn't, I mean, he is amazing. You talk about a sure tackler.
Yeah, he's a great player. He's a great person, but he's a great player. He does a great job of coming up and then back and get in the run game, help us out, and make tackles right at the line of scrimmage. So, very physical player, and I'm glad to go Buckeye.
The other thing, you know, I know you deal with the D-line, but the linebacker play, it's really stepped up. And then you got a guy like Cody Simon, who, you know, all you need to know is you guys gave him the block O.
No doubt. He's the quarterback of our defense. He's not the front four, it's the front seven. You know, all those guys play together, and then the back end help us get to the quarterback. So it's a defense that's playing together in all phases. So I mean that, from the front four to the linebackers to the secondary. When you have a defense doing that, it's kind of special.
Larry, handicap for us. What is going to be the keys for your defense on Monday?
There's only one word: stop the run.
And that's what they're going to try to do, right? They're going to try to long, sustained drives, right?
Sustained drive, kill the clock. We got to get off the field in third downs.
How about their quarterback, Riley?
He's a really tough player, good athlete, tough. And I mean, he'll get up and keep going. And I think he's one of the toughest quarterbacks we've played thus far this season. Just with the back he's building, he can run the football. And that makes an extra guy you got to account for.
And he's a big guy.
He's a big guy, too. He's tough. Yeah, I like it.
Last thing, look at a camera. Folks on 97.1, your message for Buckeye Nation.
Be loud, be faithful, and let's go Bucks.
Very good. Thank you so much. The one and only, the great Larry Johnson. Appreciate it, Larry. All right. I'll tell you what, we've got Cody Simon here. I'm going to try to get him as soon as these guys are done. Cody Simon, who's the heart and soul of the defense. You just heard Larry Johnson say that. And Cody's being in it. And you look around. I'm trying to see at the podium what it looks like up there. We might try going up there real quick. Let's see about that. Because I think I see. Who do I see? Well, we can't really get close to the players. Oh, we have to get behind the line. We're not near. We can't do that. Okay, we'll go this way. We don't want to cause any issues. Let's go back and get Cody. We'll get Cody Simon. There's Trey Henderson. We'll get him too when he's done. We'll just get right over here and we'll just wait our turn. The one and only Cody Simon. This will go for about another 18 minutes. And if you're just joining, we are live at Media Day here in Atlanta. And it's going from 9 to 10 o'clock. We've got players, the coaches, and a lot of media, and they opened it up to the fans. All right. Here we go. Come on over here. We're gonna dip in. Trey Henderson is talking right now.
I can, you know, in every aspect of my game, you know, pass pro, receiving ability, you know, run game wise, running between the tackles. You know, I just try to work as hard as I can in all of those areas. And so yeah, sometimes, you know, all of those areas, you know, it shows, sometimes it doesn't. But the biggest thing is just continue to work hard, man. And then,
all right, come on over here. We're gonna get Cody. Cody. Hey, Cody, we are live.
Oh, Lord.
Back to Columbus. We are live on 10 TV Plus and simulcasting on your favorite radio station, 97.1 The Fan.
Fan, I love it.
Yeah, you love The Fan?
Oh, yeah. Bobby Carter will be on there all the time, so it's good to see him on there. It's awesome that I'm on live TV, too. That's cool.
Yeah, we're live in two places. How real does this feel now? This is, you know, you guys came in, a nice entrance, and Notre Dame came in. Both teams are here. Monday, someone's leaving here with a national title.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're super excited, and you know, to be able to be in this stage. I mean, I'm super thankful to be here, and you know, we're putting in all the work we can right now to make sure we go out there and have the right outcome we want.
When you look at, well, let me just throw this out to you. I just talked to Larry Johnson. He said, you know, you're the leader of the defense. You're the quarterback of the defense. You hear that. Does it make you feel good?
Yeah, I mean, but it makes me feel like I have a responsibility. You know, I don't take that lightly. I want to make sure that we're always in the right position to make plays. And I mean, I'm just so proud of the entire defense because, you know, we're not here without all the guys who put all the work in on our defense. So I'm just thankful for all of them.
How about the job that James Laurinaitis has done? He was a great linebacker in his own right, and now he's your coach.
You know, he's done an excellent job, and you know, maybe he doesn't get enough credit that he deserves. And I mean, he's helped us throughout the entire way and made sure that we're always in the right spot. And you know, I just appreciate him as a coach.
You look at this matchup. A lot of people believe Notre Dame's path to victory long sustained drives running the football. Is that the way you see it? Is that what they're going to try to do?
I mean, yeah, and that's the way for a lot of offenses. You know, they want to control the clock and run the ball really well. I mean, it's going to be a focus for us to stop the run. I mean, that's how it is every single game for us. We want to be effective in the run defense, and you know, I think if we can do that, we'll like our outcome.
What do you think changed for the defense since that loss to Oregon?
You know, I mean, we rebid on all of our fundamentals, the reason we're here, and you know, we just wanted to make sure we take advantage of every single opportunity we have. And I think after that game, a lot of stuff was said, a lot of you know, maybe not the best things that happened to us, but I mean, we learned to refocus and got ready to go again for the next week and kept going.
How about the way that this season has gone? And there's a Herbie. Hey, Herbie, come here a minute. Come on in here, too. We got the one and only Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, we are live back to Columbus on 10 TV Plus and on your old station, 97.1 The Fan. Herbie worked at both back in the day, hanging with
this guy right here. I mean, I'm so proud of you. You represent everything that's right about college football. Being through that adversity, everything you went through. You know, we see guys get to adversity and a lot of times they leave. You fought through it, man. Congratulations on a great year and just being a great leader, man. You've been awesome.
Thank you. That means a lot, man.
Yeah, right.
So what you been up to? You stayed a little bit. You got another dog?
Yeah, Peter's running around. He's over there. Yeah, I just got to be here. I'm going to see Ohio State, then Notre Dame, and practices. Busy, crazy day.
You're looking forward to calling this one?
Oh man! Look, can you cut to this over here?
Look at that.
Yeah.
I got to have Peter meet. I have Piper a golden, so we need to get ours.
Yeah, we got to do it. Oh, he sees my son Zach. That's why he's over there. Yeah. Okay.
So what do you think? Handicap this thing for us.
I mean, this is like what you hope for, you know, in a national championship. Ohio State, Notre Dame, two of the greatest brands in the sport. And I think the defenses, it's going to be interesting to see who can move the ball, because these defenses are so talented, and it feels like a field position, who wins the turnover margin kind of game. Kind of like their game in South Bend last year. I mean, it could be that kind of game. But I will say this, they play a ton of man coverage. That's just who they are. Will they do that against Ohio State's firepower? That's interesting to see, because Texas played more zone, tried to keep it in front. Ohio State had to earn it. And against Oregon and Tennessee, it was bombs away because they played man. So will they play man, which is what they do. They're number one in the nation is amount of man coverage they play. So do you do what you do, or do you have some curveballs to account for Jeremiah and Emeka?
That's what everyone thinks. What you guys are assuming they're going to play man, right?
I mean, I'm not too worried about their defense side.
What he needs to think about is quarterback run game. Riley Leonard isn't this NFL guy that everybody thought he would be, but in their system, what he's going to have to defend, and Caleb Downs, is when you have a QB he'll run it 15 times, and not just zone read, he'll run QB power, you know, a lot of QB design, so it makes it, this is the guy to watch in the game, along with Caleb Downs, because if they can't run the ball, game's over. They have to be able to run the ball, or they won't have a chance.
And they want long drives, and you guys have worked, yeah. What,
Hey, good luck, man.
See you, Herbie. Thank you. This is, and now we got the fans making noise. Let me ask you this. It's all been about one more time, just one more game. It ends. Has that sunk in, that it's going for some of you guys, this is it?
Yeah, I mean, we had our last practice at the Woody that we probably ever have, and I mean, you don't want to think too much about the moment, but you know, when it's times like this, you want to take in those moments of, like, you know, you want to appreciate the time you've had here, and you know, we're, especially the senior class. I mean, we're also thankful for Buckeye Nation and just the entire state of Ohio for taking us in, and you know, we're just trying to go on the right note right here.
What would it mean to you and to this defense to bring home that national title Monday night?
Yeah, I mean, the simple way of saying it is just everything. I mean, you know, the season didn't go how we wanted it to go, but to be able to be in this position right now and to be able to win it all, I mean, it would be a perfect ending for a season that, you know, not what you hope for, but you know, just the perfect ending for it. And guys like this, guys like Vic Sawyer. So, you know, for those seniors, I think it would be super important to be able to go out there on top.
What does Ryan Day mean to this team?
He's the heart and soul of our team. I mean, for all that he's gone through, I mean, no one on our team has lost any faith, any trust, any belief in him. I mean, we love Coach Day so much. He's one of the best coaches I've ever been a part of. So, you know, I'm just happy he's still with us and he's still pushing because he works so hard every day, and we appreciate that.
And this team really rallies around him, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, we love him. I mean, every time you guys see him going crazy during the game day, I mean, we see that all the time, and we just love that he does that for us.
All right, great. Thank you so much. The one and only Cody Simon, Mr. Block O. All right, there we go. Let's see what else we can get into. We have a few minutes left. I thought I saw a Mecca. Oh, here is here is Coach Brian Hartline. Kind of waiting for him. We are live, my friend. Okay. Cool. All right, apparently, let's see what we got over here. Here we go. We're going to go with Maurice Clarett. We are live in Columbus. The one and only Maurice Clarett. We're live on 10 TV Plus and 97.1 The Fan. I know you love The Fan.
Absolutely.
How good does it feel to be a part of this team now and give everyone an idea of what Coach Day has you doing with the team?
It's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal experience. One, I experienced it as a player. So it's great to be back and to be able to advise and give kids guidance on what it feels like to be a player pre-game, during the game, and all of the stuff that goes into it. That's been phenomenal, but the role that Coach Day has me is similarly layered. You know, want to have a deep relationship with him, you know, where we sit down and talk personally and just talk about the organization, the team, and how it runs and things that I think that could be better and things that I think that need to be improved on. And I just love the space that he's created for me to give my advice freely, you know, when we do talk. And with the players, man, I think that just a source of mentality, a source of seriousness, a source of what it feels like to be great. And I personally challenge kids on a consistent basis. You know, guys who want to be cemented as legends. You know, I spend a lot of time with Jack and JT. I spent some time with Will, you know, Jeremiah, all these kids. You know, Trevion, I spent some time with him last night, Donovan. But just challenging kids to be great. And I think when kids want to be great, and I think you can just have like little sidebar conversations. There's things that they can talk about with their coaches, be it X's and O's and performance. But then just like somebody else that's in the environment that cares about them, that's constantly pushing on them to give a little bit more or to bring a little bit more, or helping these guys identify something great that they have inside them that positively affects the team.
How much do you share with them your story and what you went through and the way that you have bounced back?
Well, I don't share with them at all. Not right now. I just think that's an off-season conversation. I don't think it has any value at the current moment. It could actually become a lot because it's a big story. But I think for the most part, most of these kids, they vaguely know my story and they know I exist in the environment. And some kids have watched, you know, obviously Youngstown boys and have seen it. But, you know, that's 20 years removed. And so if you didn't grow up in Ohio or specifically Columbus, you just may not know it. But as I've been around, the value that I've created with them has been from just me being around and me loving them here and now. And then from there, you know, they start to say, okay, what happened when you were here? Why didn't things work out? Like, why do they keep on comparing you to Jeremiah? Why do they talk about you? So they'll get snippets and drips like that. But it's been cool. Like, just the way the whole relationship is formed, I'm happy that it's not from that space, and it's more from this guy loves us. He loves the program. He's serious all the time when he comes around, and they allow me to just have the space to talk to him, and I think that they receive it.
You know, it seems hard to believe because in your mind, you're still a kid to me.
Yeah.
In 2002,
yes,
that amazing season on the way to a national title.
Mm-hmm.
Does that bring back some of those good memories now that we're here? And this could be my third national championship for Ohio State to cover.
No, it brings back a lot of good memories, man. And this is where, you know, I was leaving the Woody yesterday, and you seen all of the people who lined the sidewalks up, and it just made me think about when we played and when we won. And honestly, when I was right out to Woody, like, it made me emotional because you start to realize that when we were playing, man, like, things that motivated us was like, I would just imagine that, you know, these families who you see after the games and people who would talk about they saved up money for tickets, and, you know, you had regular everyday blue-collar people who just loved the fact that Ohio State was in a position to win a national championship. And so you understand the history of the program, you understand where the joy and the excitement came from. Obviously, I'm an Ohio kid, you know, born and raised in Youngstown, played football in high school in Warren, and came here and played in college. So I understand what it means to the fan base, and it's good to have something for them to be proud of. But at 41, you can appreciate stuff a little bit different.
If you're just joining us, we are simulcasting on 97.1 The Fan, 10 TV Plus. We're joined by the great Maurice Clarett. I think back to that national championship game with Miami, you guys had no shot, they said, and yet you guys believed. Do you have a favorite play from that game? And mine is when you took the ball back.
That's all right. Well, yeah, nah. That's a legendary play. Please believe it. That is a legendary play. But my favorite play was the last play when the game was over. And I just remember thinking to myself that this game is long. I remember just sitting on the sideline. I was like, man, I don't think I've ever played a game this long. And if you remember, you have TV timeouts. You had a double overtime, and you just have so much more that goes into it that extends the game. And I just remember saying to myself that, like, I'm just happy that this is over and that, you know, we finally accomplished what we set out for. And so, everybody remembers the strip because it was a pivotal moment in the game that helped us go back and get a field goal that, you know, obviously impacted the game. But my favorite play was the last play when the whole thing was over.
How about your relationship to this day with Coach Tressel? And he still, I mentioned your name to him, he smiles.
Yeah, he's the engineer of this. You know, he's always been, I call it like the black hand of Ohio. You know, he has an immense amount of power. He'll downplay it, but he's a very powerful man and a very great individual and great man. But he was the one who engineered me coming back here. He facilitated the conversation with me and Coach Day, and so we don't talk about that a lot. People see me here, but the way I got here was from and through Coach Tressel. He facilitated the conversation. I was at his house over in the spring or the summer, and he said, hey, man, let me facilitate a conversation with you and Coach Day and have it. And if it wasn't for Coach Tressel, I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing right now.
Handicap the game for us. You know football as well as anyone. What are the keys for Ohio State on Monday?
The keys for Ohio State will come down to two groups of people, the offensive and defensive line. That's it. It really doesn't go any further than that. You know, in order for us to have a productive day, we have to have a phenomenal day by our offensive linemen, and we have to have a phenomenal day by our defensive linemen. Skill positions often get a ton of glory, but you can't pass the ball if you can't stay protected. And if you can't stop the run or get pressure on their quarterback, then you can't be successful in the rear. And so there will be a lot of guys who give a lot of credit to Jeremiah and Trey and Q and all those guys. But when it comes down to championship football, it comes down to offensive and defensive lines and who wins that battle. And I'll say that before the game and I'll say it after the game. You have to have the dominance of both groups on both sides of the ball. And so that's it. But what gives me confidence is we have been playing with a seriousness. I don't want to say a confidence, a seriousness that I just believe in these guys. You know, when you're serious, man, you can accomplish stuff. Not angry, but just serious about what you're doing, and these young guys have it.
You like the Buckeyes Monday?
Yeah, when people are serious, I love them. You know, I don't like angry guys. I don't like emotional guys. But there's a difference when you're serious. When you're serious, you can sustain seriousness. You can't sustain emotional highs. You can sustain a seriousness, and seriousness comes from an immense amount of preparation. And from there comes confidence. And so I'm excited about these guys.
Great stuff, Maurice Clarett. Thank you, my friend. I will always remember that strip. I will always remember it. Thank you. The one and only Maurice Clarett. Come on over here. This thing's going to be wrapping up shortly. We'll go down this way, see what we can get into. It is almost quitting time.
How you doing?
We're live.
Yes, sir.
This
What's
is the
up?
one and only
Good to see you
Lorenzo
guys.
Styles.
Yes, sir.
How are you? How much fun? Lorenzo Styles, ladies and gentlemen.
Happy to be here. We're at the national championship. Feels great to be a Buckeye right now. Feels great to be a Buckeye.
We talked to your brother. How special is this for you and him?
It means a lot. I just want to give a lot of credit to my parents as well, just for pouring into us and really teaching us the way to live our life, and I think that's took us to the highest level.
Yeah, your dad played here. I mean, I know how proud he is of his sons.
Yes, sir. My dad's super proud of us. When we were young, probably 7, 8 years old, I didn't realize it then. Like those 6 a.m. workouts, I kind of hated it, but it provided us this opportunity to be here today.
As you look at this matchup, tackling is going to be key in this game.
Yep.
And a lot of people are saying it's going to be old school football. They're going to try to run the football on you.
Definitely. It's going to be similar to a Big Ten matchup. They're going to have a lot of +1 runs with the quarterback. I think he had like 18 or so runs last game, something like that. I don't know if they're all quarterback design. And then they have a bunch of good backs. So being able to stop the run is going to be critical to win this game.
When you look at this opportunity, how real is it now? You guys come in on the big plane and you get the big welcome, and
yeah.
Notre Dame came in, and Monday night someone's leaving with a national title.
No doubt. I don't think the opportunity is going to really – I mean, I'm very appreciative right now in this moment, but I think once I step on that field, it's really going to kick in because, honestly, we're just still in the process right now. We still have to have a Thursday walkthrough today, so we got to make sure we do our walkthrough correctly and do everything right leading up to the game.
It has been – the mission's been just one more week. Well, you made it. You made the goal of one more week, and at the end of this week, it ends. Is that sinking in?
Yeah, that actually has started sinking just because a lot of my buddies, I developed relationships with a lot of these DBs, and then even one of my childhood friends, Jack, a lot of them I won't be able to see him for a while, so just trying to enjoy this moment and play hard for them.
What's it like playing, I want to single out a couple guys, what's it like playing with a guy like Jack Sawyer, and you see what he did in that Texas game?
I saw him become a legend here at Ohio State after making that play, but it really won't mean anything unless we win, but just seeing all the work he's put in since he was young, seeing how much it really meant to him, and just the manifestation, the hard work, and everything that was put into it. It was great to see one of my childhood best friends accomplish that.
How about Caleb Downs? What's it like playing with him? And he's a pretty good tackler, isn't he?
He is a good tackler. Me and him starting to grow closer. I really appreciate Caleb as a player. I feel like me and him are pretty like-minded and think similar. But I think he's a great football player, and he has a knack for getting the ball.
What's the one thing you're looking forward to Monday?
I'm just looking forward to some of the matchups, some people I got to play with at Notre Dame, some of the old faces. But honestly, I'm looking forward to hosting that trophy in there.
There you have it, Lorenzo Styles.
Yes,
congratulations and getting here. Now bring home the natty, buddy.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Go Bucks.
That's going to do it. We want to thank all of you for watching and listening. 10 TV Plus, 97.1 The Fan. And folks, I got to be honest with you, there's no better coverage. 10 TV Plus, 97.1 The Fan. If you want Buckeye coverage, we have it. I'm Dom Tiberi. Thanks for watching and listening.